17-year-old boy found beaten to death outside the I Promise school in Akron.
Police say Ethan was with a group of friends and at least one of them fired a toy gun, this splatterball water bead blaster, at the men playing basketball. That led to a fight and the beating that killed Ethan.
There is nothing that we have in our possession right now, any information at all, indicating that race played a role in this homicide.
Police have released the 911 call as Ethan Lyming's friends tried to get him help. But at the time of the call, Ethan was still alive, and the friend told the operator the situation had calmed down.
Our friend just got knocked out.
Is your friend unconscious?
Yeah.
Is he breathing?
Is he breathing? Yeah, he's breathing. He's breathing.
3 young men charged with the murder of Firestone High School student Ethan Lyming faced a judge in court today.
Then pleaded not guilty.
But I would ask you to take into consideration that these boys were on the basketball court, unarmed, doing what we want them to do, playing basketball. When kids from outside the neighborhood came in a vehicle, spraying them with this crazy paintball gun.
Tyler Stafford's aunt believes it was a case of self-defense.
If somebody was shooting at me and I didn't know what it was, yes, I would react.
The arrest comes shortly after a $30,000 reward was announced in the case. And while they're getting answers now, those who know Lyming are still coping with their loss.
He was on the ground defenseless and unconscious, and you just beat him till he died. What did he do to you that you deserve to kill him like this? I just can't wrap my head around why you did this to him.
Lyming was involved in an altercation between 2 groups of black kids in which he was the only white kid there. He somehow managed to be the only white that ended up dead. He was beaten to death, his skull was crushed, his car was stolen so he couldn't be taken to the hospital, and all of this was done because of his race. His father was told that he fought for his life. This brave young man fought for his life. And what they're trying to do, what the defense attorneys are trying to do, and the judges are going to let him get away with this, is say that this was self-defense. We're not going to let this go. We're not going to forget about this. When these crimes happen, the parents are always told the same thing. Don't make it racial. Don't make an issue out of it. The system will do its job. And what happens? Every time there's an anti-white hate crime like this, it's brushed under the rug. The charges are either dropped or dismissed. And we've seen this over and over again. These black killers are declared mentally incompetent or insane.
Seems like some of our discourse may be driven by resentment. But I think that when you live in a country where you call the police and they ignore your victimization because you are a second-class citizen, because you are a demonized, when not ignored, population, I think we have a right to have a little resentment about that, don't we?
Every day, the system denies white people their civil rights, the rights that we are guaranteed, the rights that we fought to secure. Every day, the media tells everybody that it's open season on white people. You will not face punishment if you hurt a white person.
You see, the problem in the United States is that people of European descent are not organized. We think that we can rely on the failed institutions of this collapsing evil empire. When in reality, we cannot. Every institution in America, it grows in accolades and prestige specifically by denying your rights.
We want white people to benefit from the same civil rights, hate crimes legislation that black people and all other people do, which is what the civil rights laws say. Now, before he even did an investigation, the police chief came out and said this was absolutely not a racial crime. He said it was absolutely not a racial crime before he even looked into it. You tell me, when the only person that ends up dead is white, how is that not a racial crime?
We saw Police Chief Stephen Mylett bending the knee to terrorist rioters that destroyed our country throughout summer 2020.
I think we should demand that the police chief come out and right now. Yeah!